we may be going to Jackie Heinrich as we await. Oh, okay. We are going to go to Jackie Heinrich in a moment. This is live TV. She's inside the room where Biden is set to speak, so that's going to happen. And first, we're going to be joining in Nashville, Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, you know, Biden's supposed to come out 7:15, so we had to change a few things around, but we're very nimble here on the Ingraham angle.
Yeah, we keep moving.
Ray, what can you tell us about what's been happening here?
Well, look, as I watch all of this, as I was listening to this incredible show and your guests, Xi has certainly taken this administration down the literal and figurative garden path, Laura. I mean, we saw that sad look. There it is. And the Biden administration claims when you talk to them that this is all about climate change and fighting fentanyl. But that's absurd. The real China challenge is intellectual property theft, trade imbalances, the surveillance of the United States and our allies. But there was no talk of that today, Laura. We keep talking about other things, and they're holding up these agreements. We're going to hold back fentanyl. Our militaries are going to talk. That misses
Raymond,
the point and the major challenges you laid out.
What we heard was that they've agreed to curb the shipment of the chemicals that go into fentanyl. Now, what does curb mean? Curb your enthusiasm, I would say, about that, because we have no idea what that means. It could be, you know, reducing the chemicals by 4%. Who's going to be checking? The same people who checked that Wuhan lab for, you know, leaks? Who's going to be checking whether they're curbing the fentanyl chemicals?
What is the
ridiculous.
measure of that? Yeah, as they're surveilling all of us at every moment. This is absurd.
All right. And Raymond, I know there's other news happening on our shores that the bilat also brings to surface.
Yeah, look, I don't have to tell you. You mentioned it in the angle. The audacious, malicious suppressor of religious freedoms that Xi represents and is. He smashed churches, rounded up clergy, literally put Muslims in gulags. Well, the Biden administration has apparently been paying attention. It has changed the green card rules for clergy. America Magazine is reporting a sudden procedural change in how the federal government processes green cards for foreign-born religious workers, together with historic highs in numbers of illegal border crossers. That means thousands of clergy, Laura, are losing the ability to remain in this country. Now, here's why this is happening, okay? They left the borders open, and you now have tens of thousands of Central American minors who want refugee status. Guess where the Biden administration placed them? Ahead of working clergy in the United States. That means pastors, priests, nuns are going to be thrown out of the country. Their green cards expired. They were doing this the right way. They were getting in line and applying. Now, they're going to be tossed aside for these minors that have just arrived.
This is, to me, this is just a classic anti-religious play, anti-Christian, anti-religious. That's why they love closing the churches during COVID. I have COVID on the brain tonight. I don't know why I keep going back to COVID, but
because
it was
you see
such an outrage.
Yeah,
everything. Yeah. All right,
well,
today offered...
And again, if you cared, just a second, Laura, if you cared for the people coming into this country, you'd give them access to pastors and priests who spoke their language. That's what's going to be deprived them if this law, if this new policy of Biden's stays in place. It needs to change. Clergy should get priority.
Well, they want fewer religious services in the United States. They hate the religious people in this country. All right, today offered more evidence that the Biden brand is distressed, you say?
Yeah, but it's not the only brand in trouble. Over the weekend, Disney's new movie, The Marvels, had the least marvelous opening of any Marvel film ever. It only made $47 million at the box office. It cost them $200 million to make. That's the worst opening for a Marvel film in history, Laura. And this follows The Elementals, Indiana Jones, The Haunted Mansion, bomb after bomb after bomb, which I have to say, it has less to do with some of these films themselves than the perception that Disney is adding ideological storylines. They tried to introduce a non-binary character into Elementals, and that breaks faith with the audience. That's what you're seeing here. And I guess they're a great emblem for this China-American business relationship. They have ceded their intellectual property, and they have morally collapsed. And we're seeing the death of a great American brand.
All right, Raymond, great to see you, as always.